Right now, your neighbors are fired up over the future of the RFK Stadium. Today, public comments began in front of the D.C. Council and more than 500 people signed up. You can see in the box on your screen, we've been airing those comments for you throughout the day on WUSA 9+. It's a controversial $3.7 billion deal. And tonight, our Lorenzo Hall is live out at the Wilson building tonight. Zoe, I know we're at hour, 5 of testimony, and people are deeply invested in how this stadium could reshape their lives.
Yeah, that's right, Les. People are still testifying right now because they do want to make sure they are heard. We know this is not a done deal as of yet. 8 council members have to vote yes on this project come Friday. We know that 5 say they're an absolute yes, they want this to happen. 2 say no, there is nothing that will change their minds. And then you have 5 who are on the fence right now. They can be convinced. And some of my sources here in the Wilson building tell me that D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser has been meeting with some of those council members, reaching out to them all day, trying to get them into that yes column. One of those council members is Robert White, and he says based on what he sees so far, a lot needs to change.
Residents are saying pretty consistently they'd love to have the team back, but they got to make sure it happens in a way that is in the best interest of the city, and most people aren't seeing that yet. And so myself and a number of council members are talking to the team saying we're trying to get to yes, but we need them to work with us, and that's not happening right now. I'm hopeful that they will come back and try to work with us.
Work with us. We heard from Council Chair Phil Mendelson saying they've been a great partner in this. They're doing everything they can. So what does work with us look like in your opinion?
The chairman did a great job getting revenue to the city. The deal that came to us had no guaranteed revenue going to the city. That you just can't do that to our city. And so the chairman moved it a long way. But here's the deal. I've seen 3 stadiums built, and I see us still having the same problem. Displacement, school's not good enough. We don't have enough money to help people like the Tower Street homeowners. I'm saying we've got to solve some problems for people today, and that's what I want the team to help us with. And there are other concerns like the amount of housing, the timeline for housing. Everybody's concerned about the stadium. What about the people? What about the people who are being displaced? What about the needs of the city today? So that's what I'm trying to get us to, and I hope we can get there.
All right, so we have a big vote on Friday, and if nothing changes in this, where do you stand? What do you do?
If nothing changes, I'm a no.
Yeah, so here are the numbers right now. You heard that this is more than $3.7 billion. And as of right now, we know the city would pick up $1.1 billion. And look at your screen right here. You can see where that money goes. $500 million toward construction of roads and sidewalks, more than $300 million for garages, $202 million for utilities and a WMATA transit study, and $89 million for an indoor sportsplex for youth in the area. Now, this does not include interest. I should point that out. I'm going to bring in our chief investigative reporter, Eric Flack, who has been covering this for quite some time now. And Flack, we know that the mayor's office tells you this is about more than just these numbers.
They really want to focus on the fact that this is the largest public-private partnership would be in D.C. history, a record private investment, $2.7 billion from Commander's owner Josh Harris and his partners. The mayor's people saying that even the taxpayer portion, that $1.1 billion, does not come on the backs of taxpayers.
RFK! RFK! Now or never! Now or never!
Tuesday morning calls for a better stadium deal on the steps of City Hall.
A better deal!
With some at the rally taking their message inside the Marathon DC Council public hearings.
This deal is imbalanced in favor of a stadium, and I'm asking the council members, is this an RFK campus deal or is it a 30-year NFL deal?
Audrey Miller-Hallett of the Washington Interfaith Network says she's not against plans for a new 65,000-seat Commander Stadium on the old RFK site, but she wants D.C.'s agreement with the team to include faster development of the Southwest waterfront, clear expectations on where and when housing will be built, labor protections, and guarantees of use of clean energy throughout the RFK campus. I asked Ward 2 Councilmember Brooke Pinto, who supports the current stadium agreement, about the potential for further changes with a vote just days away.
Like any negotiation, we have to make sure we are being transparent about what our priorities are and making sure that they're workable. But the team's been a great partner so far.
A spokesperson for Mayor Bowser's administration, speaking on background, defended the deal, emphasizing it would generate revenue from a currently vacant site that produces nothing for the district by redirecting future tax revenues generated by the stadium complex to help fund its construction. But a study released late last week from DC's Office of the Budget Director found that while a stadium project would produce more tax revenue for DC in the short term, mixed-use development without a stadium would generate even more money for DC over the long haul, which is why community advocates say even if DC Council is going to move forward with the stadium agreement with the Commanders, DC Council must put teeth into the deal to ensure the team follows through on its part of the agreement.
Do you not trust that the team will make good on its word?
No, I don't trust that the team will make good on its word. The team is here to make money, and if we don't hold them accountable in writing, there's no reason for them to give us anything.
And so now we see if council members hear anything today that leads to changes before Friday's vote, what that looks like, and does the Commanders go along with whatever changes they want to make to an agreement that's already been reached.
They're cutting it close.
Yeah.
All right, Flack, thank you. Les, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, you talk about a long week. There are a lot of miles to go before we get to that vote on Friday. We'll see how this all shakes out, and we'll, of course, be there. Gentlemen, thank you. And we are streaming the full hearings right now on WUSA 9+. When you open the WUSA 9+ app for your TV, navigate to the live tile. You can watch the hearings. Download the app on your TV if you don't have it. Watch it for free. You can also find the streaming WUSA 9 app on your phone.